In November of 2022, Balenciaga, the luxury fashion house, basically was in a huge controversy that you could not escape even if you tried. Like, the scandal basically included bondage, BDSM, and children, things that should never go together. And a lot of people were absolutely shookity shook. I know for myself, jaw on the ground. I could not believe that this got the approval. You even have to study advertisement to know this. But basically, when you do see all these campaigns, when you see all these billboards, it's not just the approval of one person. You have to ask A, B, C, D, E, F, G, HIJK. You need to even go and ask LMNOP. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have to go through a lot of people to get the approval, and it seems Balenciaga did that, which is very frustrating because it goes to show there's so many creepy people in their camp. And I don't know whether any investigation took place whatsoever or whether they were just called out. And, you know, it made headlines and stuff, but I mean, they are still working, they're still releasing projects, you know, they still have celebrity endorsements. Either way, it made for a fantastic conversation of really highlighting how common CP is. Felt like it was encouraging. If someone came to me and said, what do you think of this campaign? I'd be like, no, this is off, this is gross, no. And I'd also say, but see how this could also be perceived. I would say 2021, 2022 especially was like where a lot of celebrities were endorsing it. A lot of influencers were buying from Balenciaga, especially that square bag. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's not really a square, it's shaped kind of weird, but like that bag was literally on everyone's Instagram page. It felt like everybody loved that bag, to the point where I felt like, damn, I love that bag. I need to have that bag, but I don't have that bag because I know to do better. Even like before the scandal came out, I feel like I'm just definitely much more smarter with purchases, and I know what I need and what I don't need, and I definitely don't need that bag. Either way, I just feel so disgusted because it's like, ugh, like, I don't know. But then again, it's like the kids, like their parents, were they not on the shoot? Like, did it not? I don't know. I have 1,000,000,001 questions, which are probably never going to be answered. So now let's go ahead and talk about how this ties in with Blake Lively. So the Super Bowl was this year, and, you know, Blake Lively decided to go. She wanted to leave the kids at home and just, you know, have fun with the girlies. And she did that alongside her best friend, Taylor Swift, who is there to obviously support her boyfriend Travis Kelce. His family was there, celebrities were there, because obviously it's like one of the biggest nights in sports. And Ice Spice was there, Lana Del Rey was there, and a bunch of other celebrities. Blake Lively decided to wear Adidas x Balenciaga. I know Americans say Adidas, I'm British, so I'm just gonna say Adidas, but yeah, Adidas x Balenciaga. And decided to basically be a walking campaign for them because it was like the brightest shade of red. And of course, people are going to wonder, like, oh my God, what's she wearing? What's she wearing? Who designed this? I mean, obviously it has the 3 stripes, but people wanted to know more about the outfit, especially because like the people were more concerned about the outfit more than the actual like history here. But hey, I guess like the boots were like attached to the tracksuit. They designed it in a way where it was like very innovative. So cool. I guess fashion is going to interesting places. I think it was a cool outfit. Do I think it was the most flattering on Blake Lively? No. It's not an outfit that I would see for Blake Lively, but sure. The best thing on her was probably her hair. I feel like we have to give her 10s when her hair does look good, because a lot of times it looks absolutely trash and it generally looks like no one brushed her hair. Yeah, she decided to wear Adidas to the Super Bowl, and a lot of people were just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, was it not you a couple years ago who made a speech, a beautiful speech, by the way, which I've also highlighted in one of my other Blake Lively videos, because I think that as much as she can be X, Y, and Z, she also does have some decent qualities about her. I feel like that speech, I watched it twice, I think, and I feel like it was actually a really good speech. You can see the passion. You can see how much she genuinely cares. But now I'm just thinking like, bro, are you one of those people who pretend to be about something, you know, just for the sake of protecting your brand, just for the sake of being Mrs. Nice Girl, when in reality, you're just not that nice, and that's okay. You could have saved it. The speech was fantastic, though. I'm going to go ahead and include a bit of it because I do feel like she touched on some really good points in which a lot of us probably aren't aware about as much. And I feel like when it comes to CP, when it comes to children and indecent imagery and all of that, I think it's something that's happening quite commonly, and I think it's something that we know at the back of our minds, but we're not aware of the statistics. We're not aware of like how frequently this is happening.
So every time a dot shows up, that is someone that's trading or viewing child right now as we speak. So that's how prevalent this is. And I didn't really know what child was, you know, we all sort of have an idea of it, and I was afraid to ask as a mother, you know, because it would be very painful to hear. And I felt like I had to ask, though, and I feel like I have to share it with you guys now. And it is It is disturbing, and I want to warn you, but I feel it's my responsibility to tell you guys because it is the truth, and I believe if we all knew this, we would dedicate much more of ourselves to stopping it.
I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning of the video, but down below in the description, I would have linked down below some resourceful links for anyone who is going through any of the things that we're going to go ahead and mention in today's video, because it does get dark, it does get creepy, and it is very strange. And I just want you to know that, you know, it's a thing where unfortunately a lot of people are going through it, and I don't know, it's insane. It's really insane. Either way, Blake Lively did a fantastic speech a couple years ago in which I absolutely love, and a lot of people were touched by it for sure. Blake Lively decides to wear Balenciaga.
What is this, honey?
Also forgot to mention another one of Balenciaga's backlash was because they had like the Balenciaga bag on top of court documents which were about CP, and a lot of people were just like, this is just strange, and it is just strange behavior. It doesn't matter how people try and flip it, bop it, twerk it, or turn it around, babes, this is strange behavior. Anyway, so she went to the Super Bowl, she wore the red, and she was basically like a walking highlighter, walking promotion from them. Is she like an ambassador? No, she's not. I did a Google search and she's not. An ambassador would be like Kim Kardashian, who constantly was shoving Balenciaga down our throats and showing campaigns that she did with them. Now she's a mother of 3, and she has spoken about how she didn't know too much about CP before in the beginning, but being a mother now, she's even more wary of her kids and trying to protect them as best as she can as a mother. I don't want to like be here for too long with you guys, because I feel like we've made 1,000,000,001 different Blake Lively videos, in which I'm very appreciative of. You guys really did support the series, and you know, we gained so many new subscribers and everything, so hello everyone, welcome abroad. It's a fun time around here. And if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, actually it'll be on the screen for you guys. If you guys ever have video suggestions, or you guys want to just like kiki and chat to me, my DMs are open. So yes, you watching right now, you go and follow me over on Instagram. I double dare you. Is a challenge accepted or not? Let me know. Back to Blake Lively. The thing that I'm going to talk about next is actually very scary. I know Blake Lively loves to like cover things up with like humor. Oh, you know, it's just a joke. A joke is supposed to land. A joke is meant to make me feel like, oh my God, this is truly very funny. Oh my God. This next thing we're going to get on into is very creepy behavior. And I wonder what would happen. It's bad enough, but I wonder what it would have been like if it was a man that had said this. I'm not one of those people who support women's wrongs and rights. I just support women's rights, okay? Basically, it's about her 1-year-old son, all in. She said this on radio, knowing there's cameras and knowing there's a full-on microphone right in front of her, and she was more than comfortable enough to say this, which goes to show a lot about her character, to be honest. And you know what they say, if someone shows you their true colors, believe them. My lips are dry, believe me. My microphone decided to break on me this morning, and I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely furious, but I mean, the show must go on. I'm here. Sitting down with BBC Radio, Zoe Ball, and friends, Blake Lively shared that her son had a rather explicit birthday cake. Bearing in mind, it's for her 1-year-old, okay? She said, my birthday cakes always have a little bit of a sense of humor. For my baby, I just did a giant set of tits. She laughed.
My birthday cakes always have a little bit of a sense of humor. For my baby, I just did a giant set of which I feel like will haunt him for life.
When I saw the clip and I saw that this lady's being very serious and she meant what she said, I said, whoa. You're weird. She continued to say that All In was too young to express what type of cake he wanted, so she decided to get creative and noted, which I feel like will haunt him for life. Why do you feel like that then? Please further elaborate your point here. You couldn't get him a cake with dinosaur. You couldn't get him a cake with his face on it. As a mother who spends a lot of time with the kid, you didn't think he would be interested in other things. Maybe there's like a show that he's watching. Like, be for real. Be for real. You decided to get a cake with a set of tits on it. That is actually insane, and it's disgusting behavior. She said, but what do they want at 1? He can't declare what he wants, so boobs. She laughed.
Which I feel like will haunt him for life. But what do they want at 1? Like, he can't declare what he wants.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Boobs. I'll show you a picture after. They're pretty
Oh,
amazing.
I need to
of
see
the cake,
that.
not of mine.
Of your
also
boobs.
amazing, though.
Well, I love it when interviews don't go where you think they might.
You're disgusting. Yeah, it makes me feel uncomfortable, and I really wanted to put this video out there because, sorry, what? I wonder what would happen if a man had said this, just to be completely honest with you. I do think sometimes, just sometimes, women get away with a lot of effery. This is yikes. And for somebody, again, to feel this comfortable enough to say it in 4K, when the cameras are rolling, the microphone is definitely on. I don't want to hear people in my comment section saying, Blake Lively's changed. Baby, this was a month ago. Be for real. This was literally a month ago. So what are you going to say now? This is weird. Blake Lively strikes me as somebody who doesn't really care about much things unless it personally affects her or her kids or her family. You liked it for the moment. You liked people looking at you and saying, oh my God, Blake Lively killed this speech. She did well. You loved the attention. Even with you being at the Super Bowl, girl, you loved the attention, okay? Also, random side note, is it just me who feels like she's literally up Taylor Swift's ass? It's giving fangirl. Now, of course, you should be supportive of your best friends and everything, but did Taylor Swift... Wait, hold on. I don't know much about Taylor Swift, so please, you guys have to now come and educate me, okay? Because Blake Lively ain't the only one that needs educating, clearly. Come and educate me, please. Has Taylor Swift declared Blake Lively her best friend, or is it just in Blake Lively's mind? You are so far up Taylor Swift's arse cheek, she can't even save you with nothing, okay? Maybe I just don't get anything here. Maybe I need to be a better friend. Maybe I need to be like Blake Lively. All right, all jokes aside, though, what the flip is wrong with you? And I don't mean that respectfully, because respect left the door as soon as you decided to get your 1-year-old son that type of cake. You couldn't go for dinosaurs or Bob the Builder. You decided to go for the inappropriate thing, the most explicit thing. But why would your mind go there? Dun, dun, dun. Are you that same lady in that speech?
They see the IP address of who's trading these files, and they give that to law enforcement. And the trading of these files is a felony. So law enforcement can knock on that person's door and see if that person has access to a child. Because the average abuser abuses between 50 and 100 children in their lifetime. Per person, per abuser. And the average person that views child, between 55 and 90% of people viewing it are actually hands-on abusers or will become abusers.
Are you that same lady in that speech a couple years ago, acting all passionate about a good cause? It's weird, man. It's the body language. I'm not even like the type of person to like study people's body language, because baby, what do I know, innit? But that video, she is very, very, very adamant that like, bitch, yeah, this is what, yeah. He's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. It's going to haunt him for the rest of his life. Why would you do that to him? He's one. I don't care if he was like 6 years old. I don't care if he was 15. You're the mother. The same lady who's saying that, you know, your job is to protect your kids as best as you possibly can. This ain't it. That's pretty much it. I feel like there's nothing more to really say. There's other things that she's done, and there's things that you guys have brought to my attention and been in my DMs talking about and everything. And as much as they're bad, nothing really is as bad as this from what I've seen from Blake Lively. And, you know, you can call her a mean girl. We can say that she's this and she's that. But all in all, I think that she contradicts herself. I think that she's very hypocritical as well. Anyways, that's pretty much it for this series. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. This pretty much concludes the series. I've had fun talking about it. I've had fun actually researching. If there's anybody else you feel like we need to do like a deep dive on, then please do let me know. Either down below in my comment section. If you guys have like links and stuff like that, then just go ahead and DM me. Like I mentioned, it'll be on the screen. Thank you to everyone who has found me from this series, and shout out to my OG supporters as well. We constantly get into things here on the channel. We keep it real. I just feel like my foot needs to be on her neck. It's stopping after today, but I felt like it needed to be, because I felt like there's so much about this woman that just feels inauthentic, and I feel like the mask has slipped for her. Whether you choose to still support her, it's completely fine, is up to you, each to their own. But I feel as though Blake Lively is somebody who is she just seems very selfish as well. And even though the way that she talks about, I don't know if you guys saw this video, but there's a video of her where she was evidently pregnant, she had the baby bump, and then like there was a guy interviewing her. His wife was expecting a baby, and then she was saying stuff like, oh, you know, like your wife is just lying about like pregnancy cravings, like she's just trying to, you know, make excuses so that she can eat all like crappy things and have like ice cream, chocolate ice cream. And
cravings, how's it going along? My wife's 7 months right now, so I know what it's all like, the feet rubbing.
Well, she's just taking advantage.
Is she?
Totally.
Oh, Blake, please tell her.
You can exploit it if you want.
I'm rubbing feet every night, Blake.
You're a sucker.
Oh.
Can't fall for that stuff. Cravings, nah. No, we just lie. It's the perfect way to get what you want all the time. If you want chocolate ice cream at midnight, you have a craving.
You're busting out pregnant women everywhere.
No, I'm teasing.
So no cravings, nothing? I'm feeling good?
Yeah.
And it felt very pick me. I don't know what to use. Is it pick me? Someone needs to be real with her. So this is the thing about a lot of celebrities. A lot of them are so out of touch. A lot of people around them are also out of touch. A lot of people don't even know when they're going wrong. I pray that she comes to her senses, because having that type of mentality and mindset while still raising kids is very scary. I can only hope that someone can learn from a situation like that, but she doesn't strike me as somebody who's trying to be held accountable, okay? She strikes me as somebody who cares more about Taylor Swift and is so far up Taylor Swift's arse cheeks, and it's like, babes, get out of there, please. Like, just, you're embarrassing, okay? So her true colours have shown, and 2024 was definitely the year of exposing celebrities, that's for sure. And babes, we still got 4 more months to go. This is insane how 2024 has panned out, and there's so many people who have been exposed that I never in a million years thought would ever be exposed. But I mean, typically what's done in the dark will come to light, and I think if you are just a creepy, mean person, then that is going to be evident, and someone at some point is going to expose that. Just be a decent person. No one's perfect. Nobody's a saint. And that's how I'm going to end off this series. Nobody's perfect. No one's a saint. We make mistakes, okay? But there's some things in which you can learn from, and some things in which, you can actually change, because why be on this planet if nobody believes that you can change, right? But there's some things where it's like, nah, this is how you generally morally think. I don't want any parts of that. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Again, definitely check the description box. And yes, I've been your hostess, Keisha, and I'll catch you guys real soon for a brand new video. Bye.